Hey, Joe, what's up?
Why do you call me Joe after 30 fucking years? I told you about this already. It's either Coco or Diaz.
Yeah, I know you don't like Coco.
Oh, no, I like Coco. I don't like Joe. I don't like that
Joey.
Joe shit. I don't like when people from old school, people that I ate chicken cutlets at their house
Joey.
and fed me, I don't like when they call me fucking Joey, all right? You people knew me as
Joey
Coco. What'd your father used to call me? Coco Loco, right?
Yeah, him and Roger Dodger.
What's up, baby?
Nothing much, man. I'm just working like a fucking dog.
I thought you were going to say working like a slave. Don't say that today, please. I got enough fucking problems with what's his name, the coach of the owner of the fucking L.A. Clippers. What's up, Timmy? You know I love you. We talk once a week. We've been friends for a long time. It's funny, Timmy always calls me and says, hey, man, you know, I listened to the podcast, and when you were talking about being a kid on this block, I remember that, or what happened to that guy, and it really inspires me, Timmy. It really does something to me. When one of the kids I grew up with, first of all, I still talk to you. You know, I was very tight with your brother, but I still talk to you a lot. And that you like the show. You like what we're doing, and the stories move you, you know?
Yeah, you know, I've been driving a truck for, since 84, 85, so what is that, almost like 30 years. And I've always been a big fan of talk radio, Stern, O&A, and now with the podcast, you know, I got tons of them on my phone, but, you know, the regulars I listen to is you, Rogan, and Jim Florentine I like, but listening to your show, it's weird because you bring up names from the past, and people I haven't thought of in so long, and just like kind of forgot about that they're even in my life, or I even met them. Like Louis Jerez, you talked about him before. I forgot about that guy, and then when I start thinking about him, I think about him. He used to hang out with the kid Rabbit. He looked like the guitarist from Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Remember that kid? He had the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
I see him. He's still around the third. So you know, it's weird, and for me to call in and be on the show, it's really weird because I never wanted to call into like a talk show or anything like that. I mean, I listened for, like I said, 30 years to the talk radio, and I never wanted to be a caller. So for me to call in and talk and hear myself on the radio, it's fucking crazy, you know. And to see you, you know, acting in movies with De Niro, and, you know, and the guys you've acted with, it fucking blows me away. I'm sorry, it blows me away because these are guys growing up. You know, you see De Niro was in Godfather 2, man. That movie's so great. And for you to be in his presence, I know he's just a regular guy who puts his pants on one leg. I know all that stuff, but still, it's De Niro, man. You know, and for you to have that success and stuff like that, and you made it, you know, we never would have thought that stuff when we were younger. It was crazy. It was just constant just getting high, drugs, and laughing, and, you know, all that nonsense we did when we were kids.
It's, Timmy, I still remember going to see 48 Hours with your brother. You know, I remember seeing Nick Nolte one day at a store and just thinking about your brother, Fernie, and Glenn Conti in the dead of the winter going to see that movie and laughing our fucking asses off. You know, that's what is crazy to me, that I went to see these guys with you guys. You know, I went to the movies with you guys, and now I'm standing next to these guys. It's fucking crazy. And for me, I just laugh. Timmy, I laugh because if they only knew. If people only fucking really knew. Like, there's people that listen to this podcast and still probably go, you know, what the fuck, Joey? We like you. They don't know, Timmy. They don't know that, you know, I used to snort coke under that rocket ship on 88th Street Field. And, you know, that little rocket ship, I remember doing an 8-ball and my nose was bleeding and crying because I didn't know when my life was going to change, you know. And it's amazing, Timmy. And I'm not a millionaire. I'm not financially, none of that shit. But you know that I'm rich in life. Like, what happened here is a fucking once in a lifetime, especially the guys like us, man. It's if you
go ahead.
No, I was just thinking those Sunday dinners at your house with your grandmother. If I would have popped my head up at one of those Sunday dinners and looked at all of you and go, hey, not for nothing, I'm happy you Irish and German motherfuckers fed me, but in 30 years, I'm going to do a movie with De Niro. Your grandmother would have thrown a fucking can at me, dog.
She throwing shit at you.
She would have thrown shit at me. So to us, Timmy, this is fucking out of this world, Timmy. This is something that is unbelievable. I remember the time when the water broke in Jersey City, and I took your brother down to the shore, and he got burnt to death with the suntan, remember? And we took him back, and your grandmother was in the living room, and your brother was fucking purple from the sun. He was purple. They kept putting that yellow ointment on him. That what's that pink shit? What's that pink shit, Timmy? Oh my God!
I don't know.
You know, calamine lotion, right? They kept putting calamine lotion. So your grandmother, I get down there and I'm like, "What's up, Roger? You coming? I ain't going nowhere. Look what you motherfuckers did to me yesterday. I'm all red." And the whole time he's yelling at us, your grandmother is at the dinner table drinking a beer, going like this: "Put Noxema on it." She kept saying, "Put Noxema on it." And your brother kept saying it and looking at your grandmother. And then he kept looking back like, "Coco, how am I going to go out tonight?" And your grandmother kept saying, "Put Noxema on it." And he looked at her and he goes, "Grandma, say Noxema one more fucking time. I dare you." And your father's like, "Roger, relax. She keeps saying fucking Noxema. Put the Noxema on it."
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, my brother was a whole different. It's weird. My brother's so much different now. He's not the same person he was back then. And you know,
Timmy, he couldn't be. Timmy, he couldn't be.
Toll, man.
We've had this conversation about your brother before. He could not be. We could not continue to do. Him, Glenn Conti, and Fernie live in this other world now because I'm the only one that could believe what happened. I think you know why? Because I put my mother in a casket at 15, and I believe that anything could fucking happen at any time in this life. Glenn Conti listens to Joel Osteen now. Can you believe that? My brother, Glenn Conti, who was in the car with us, who did blow and ran over hookers. You know, you got your brother. Last time I saw your brother, I said to him, "Hey, you still banging hookers?" And he goes, "No. Now I let them jerk me off with their feet." Do you understand me? These are the guys. Fernie, I don't know what happened to him, but if people understood that year and a half, what us three did together, what us four did together, me, your brother, and those two guys. You know, Timmy, this morning when I was thinking of calling you, I was sitting there drinking coffee one day, and I had to tell you the truth. If somebody came to me today, some white guy with greasy hair and a suit and a fucking cross on, and he said to me, "Coco, I got a deal for you. I'm going to give you one night with Fernie, Conti, and Roger. You're going to meet at 8 o'clock. I'm going to give you all the blow, the quaaludes, whatever the fuck you want. I'm going to give you a car. It's not going to get pulled over, but at the end of the night, you die. And you have to walk away from all this." I'd have to tell him to give me 24 hours because I'd have to think about it. That's how much I miss those guys and that camaraderie. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.